Good morning, everyone. It's Weather with Sim again. I hope you guys are all having a great day so far. And in today's video, we're going to be going over your spring forecast. And we're first going to start by talking about how El Nino will play out. So, as you guys can see, we will likely stay in an El Nino through the month of February and into March. But if we head into March, we start to see the chance for a neutral phase increase a little bit, but it's still continues to stay El Nino. And then as we get into March, April, and May, we get to the point where it's a 50-50 chance between a neutral phase or an El Nino. So it's definitely going to be a little bit challenging as we do head into spring. And then as we get into April, May, and June, then we start to be in a neutral phase, and that will be the same thing for May, June, and July. But then as we head into June, July, and August, we start to see the chance for a La Nina. And then as we get into July, August, and September, then we start to see La Nina, okay? So it will definitely be something to keep an eye on. At least I hope you guys are aware of that. And La Nina will definitely cause a more active hurricane season, so that will definitely be something to keep an eye on. Now, we're going to go over and start looking at your guys' spring forecast. So we're first going to be starting off with March. So for the month of March, we do expect above average precipitation across much of the south. Since we will be seeing El Nino for the early half of spring, we are likely going to just see the storms be down here to the south, but even some of them could even be up here, but most of them down here to the south will likely cause a bigger and more above average precipitation type setup for these areas in the southern United States. Now, if we look at the areas that will likely see tornadoes during the month of March, okay? So, not only are we seeing the tornado area go farther north, but we are also seeing another area that we do need to watch for tornadoes, which is over here in Southern California. So, places like Los Angeles, in the San Diego, and then back to parts of Central California could get a brief tornado this March, okay? So, that will definitely be something to keep an eye on there. And then, like I said, with this area, guys, we will likely see a big change to tornadoes as we do head into March. So this will be an area that we do need to watch, and we even could see the triple point. And the triple point is where a low pressure system meets up. And let me go ahead and draw this out for you guys. So southern Missouri, southern Illinois, and as well as southwest Indiana could be the three areas to see severe weather only if we see the triple point. So that means a low pressure system will come along with a warm front moving through and a cold front moving through. I guess we can say this is the cold front, and then down here is the warm front. So as the low, the cold front, and the warm front all meet together, that will create one big setup for severe storms. So we're going to put a C for cold front and a W for warm front. So as these two meet together, this will cause a big tornado outbreak across portions here of southwest Indiana, heading into Illinois, back through parts of Missouri, and then maybe even some more areas like Kentucky. So this will definitely be something to really watch closely for as we do head into March, but even over here will be an area that we do need to watch for too as well. Now, if we start heading into April now, okay? So for April, we start to see a bigger, or at least more areas seeing above average precipitation across mainly the plains heading into the western Midwest. So this will definitely be areas to watch closely for, and the reason why we start to see the areas for above average precipitation farther north is because El Nino will be dying down. So we'll get to the point where we may see a neutral phase during the month of April. And let me go back to that now, okay? So for April, as you guys can see, we could see a neutral phase. And so that's the reason why we did see a chance for above average precipitation go farther to the north. So that's the reason why we are going to be talking more storms up to the north. So not only in the south, but also here up to the north. Those will be areas that we do need to watch very closely. Now, if we look at the area that could see tornadoes, as you can see, not only does it include portions here of the south, but now it also includes more of the northern part of the United States, at least more in the way of the Midwest. And as you guys can see, it does include places like all of Illinois, Iowa, Missouri, Kansas, Nebraska, and even over here into portions here of western Indiana. So like I said, guys, this will definitely be something to really keep an eye on, especially because we will be seeing El Nino continuing to die down as we keep heading later towards 2025. So we'll have to still watch very closely, but this will definitely still be something to really keep an eye on, okay? So a more widespread area that we do need to watch very closely. And now, as we get into May, guys, okay, we start to see the above average precipitation might be widespread across much of the areas that have already seen tornadoes during the month of March and April. And now we're in May, and as you guys can see, for May, we expect there to be well above average precipitation across much of the Midwest, heading into the Ohio Valley, and then even back down into Dixie Alley, even heading back towards the plains. So those will be the areas that we do really need to watch very closely, especially as we do head into May. Now, if we take a look at the tornado area, I did call this tornado outbreaks, and as you guys can see, a widespread area could see big threats for severe weather. Like, let me draw one out for you guys, and as you guys can see, since we will be seeing May being a more active month, we could be talking big threats for severe weather like this, guys. So that will definitely be something that we do need to keep an eye on right there. But it won't necessarily look like that, but it definitely will be big as we do head into May. Now, if we look at the areas that could see significant tornadoes, because like what we've been talking about during March, April, and May, this is now the official significant tornadoes probabilities of what we can expect. So the one areas that has the number 1 on it, as you guys can see, that area has the best chance for seeing a significant tornado as we do head throughout the spring. So that will definitely be one area that we do need to watch. And then as we head farther north, this will be the second area to watch for significant tornadoes. So not only will we have to watch for a significant tornado down here throughout all of the spring, but mid to late spring will be the area to watch for significant tornadoes up here. And then as we head into May, we got this third area to watch for significant tornadoes too as well. So not just talking about 1 and 2, but also talking about the third best chance for a significant tornado to occur as we do head into the later spring. So this will be the area to watch closely all throughout the spring. This area will have to be watched during the mid to late spring, and then this area will have to be watched during the late spring, okay? So definitely looking quite active, especially for this area, but still 2 and 3 will also be areas to watch for significant tornadoes. And so let's actually go ahead and show you guys another interesting thing that we have. And as you guys can see, for today, this isn't going to be for the spring, guys. This is just going to be for today on February 3rd. As you guys can see, we do have a threat for flash flooding across portions here of California for today. So this will definitely be something to really keep an eye on. But look at day 2, guys. Wow. Wow, guys. Look at this, guys. We have a high risk for flash flooding across portions here of the Los Angeles area. At least areas north and northwest of Los Angeles do have a high risk for flash flooding. And look at this moderate risk, guys. It extends all the way up into San Francisco, guys. That is even crazier, guys. And then look at day 3. continue to see a big threat for flash flooding across some of the same areas that Ori saw on day 2, which mainly includes the Los Angeles and Long Beach area, but still gonna have to really be watched very closely. Then as we head into day 4, as you guys can see, the chance for flash flooding does die down. However, we do have a threat for flash flooding developing in central Arizona, and as we get into day 5, we start to see a threat for flash flooding still continue. So this is definitely looking like a pretty active setup for the next few days starting on February 3rd, 2024. But like we've been talking about for most of the video, where we're definitely going to have to watch this spring extremely closely, guys. So definitely be aware of that. But thank you guys very much for watching. Hope you guys did enjoy my spring forecast. We'll continue to keep you guys updated on how the spring will be looking like. But for as of right now, it is looking like it's going to be very active, especially for the month of May. So I definitely hope you guys do enjoy that, and I will definitely do a video tomorrow.